What happens when a Las Vegas hotel tries to reinvent itself but isn't finished yet? At Rio, you're getting a mix of brand new upgrades and seriously outdated spaces all under one roof. And with new ownership and executive leadership stepping in, the timing couldn't be more interesting. So today we're going to give you a full review of the property and show you some of the changes that have been taking place over the last year or so. The Rio completed a renovation of their rooms in the Epana Tower in 2024. So 1,400 rooms were completely remodeled. These rooms are about 600 square feet, so they are a good size. And I honestly have no complaints about the room. They took out all the carpeting, they replaced all of the furniture. They did leave some of the fixtures that were in the bathroom as far as like the countertops and some of the furniture in the bathroom area, but that's okay. I think that this room comes across very well. It's very clean. There are plenty of outlets in this room, which I totally appreciate. And it's a good size in here. There are actually two fridges in here. One is supposed to be a mini fridge and the other one is supposed to be the fridge that you can use. Now coming into the bathroom, this is where the 90s shows. So they didn't replace everything in the bathroom. The countertops are old and they don't even match. There's a command hook on the safe, so that is a little bit tacky. Now coming into this portion, which has another sink and then a toilet and shower, they did actually replace the fixtures in here. The shower is actually great. It has a nice pressure and I thought it was well designed. We had a great view of the strip in here, which was pleasant. Now that is the Masquerade Tower that you see. That one has not been renovated, is part of phase 2. And honestly, I don't recommend that you stay there. Those rooms are old, they feel nasty. Speaking of nasty, I was kind of expecting doing the black light experiment in here that we would find some stains and I was a little scared. But honestly, everything was very clean. So we took this bed apart, looked at the pillows, looked at the sheets and the blankets, and everything was spotless. So this was a pleasant surprise. And then coming into the bathroom, the same thing. We took the black light to the countertops in both sink areas and really found nothing. And also the toilet, again, nothing. The toilet seat, the toilet cupboard, there was nothing in there. So they did a good job cleaning it, and the shower as well. So took our black light throughout and didn't find any spots on the shower either. You might remember that next to the lobby there used to be a Vietnamese restaurant. We had many late night meals here because this place was always open late. And now it is egg slut. So this is the same egg slut that you'll find over at Cosmopolitan, including the long lines that come at Cosmopolitan, but the same exact menu, same food. So this is a good option for breakfast, 100%. And honestly, I don't think the line was quite as long as the one at Cosmopolitan can get. So you can get different sandwiches. They have these truffle hash browns. And if you don't want the bread, you can have any sandwich made without bread and with a salad. So very many options there. And right next door to that, they are opening up a new pizza place called And Pizza. So I'm excited to see what that's going to be. Now, Guy Fieri used to have a restaurant here called El Burro Borracho, but that has since closed, and now you have Tacos del Rio. It is still a Mexican restaurant, still has really cool vibes in here. And we had dinner here one evening and ordered a bunch of different things like some chips and salsa, chips and a corn dip. Now, chips and salsa was not free. So the one thing you notice here with the pricing is that if you have a rewards card or a player's card, you actually get a discount on all of the food. So when we ordered everything, she asked for our rewards card. She went and ran it through. We don't have any status or anything like that, but we still got the discount on there. So be sure to get your player's card when you go to Rio if you're going to eat at any of the restaurants here, because some of them do offer this discount. Now, in my opinion, the entrees were good. Beans and rice were not good. The consistency of the rice was great, but the flavor of both the beans and the rice was just not right. The chip salsa and the corn dip was really good though. Now, if you go out of the restaurant around the corner, there's this little window that's open until 1 p.m. And here you can get some breakfast items and some snacks. Rio actually has a very solid pool area. There are several pools throughout. There is one that is adults only. There are a lot of lounge chairs out here, but not a lot of shade. So if you do want to get shade, you have to pay to get loungers or a day bed or a cabana. But it is cheaper than what you would pay on the Strip. For example, we're here on a Friday, and it would cost $183 to rent a cabana and $88 to rent a day bed. So definitely cheaper than what you'd find on the Strip. We do have a couple of bars that are here, and just overall, it's a good layout, a very large pool deck area. I like it. Near the pool entrance, you used to find Hash House A Go-Go. Now, this is one of several locations for Hash House in Las Vegas, and they are known for their gigantic portions, like this chicken and waffles dish. Now, we are Hyatt Globalist members, and this is part of the Hyatt portfolio. Rio became part of Hyatt in 2024, and as a Globalist, you get free breakfast, and this is where they used to serve it. And you could order some of these crazy dishes. They cut back on the menu some over time, but you could still order some really good food. But now that has closed, and now you have the kitchen table that's open for breakfast and lunch. And they do have some deals here. They have an a la carte menu. But if you booked through Hyatt like we did on this trip, and you are a Globalist, you have a special buffet just for you. And let me just say, it was pretty underwhelming. You come in here and the seating, you're sitting with everybody else, but then you have to walk over to the buffet, and it's basically like coming to somewhere like Hyatt Place, or one of those places that you get your free breakfast at, go downstairs every morning. It's pretty basic. And I think, as a Hyatt Globalist, we've gotten spoiled with some of the breakfast that we were getting here, and honestly at other Hyatt locations. So this was a pretty big disappointment. Not that the food was bad, it's just that it was kind of a poor selection of breakfast items. And some of this fruit was kind of like nasty, just wasn't great options. I mean, literally they had the little waffle makers just like they would have at the buffet at a Hyatt Place. But it's still free breakfast, so I can't complain too much. The Luckley Tavern opened up in 2024 as part of the overall renovations, but we had never eaten here before. And we learned that they have happy hours, so we decided to go and try it out to see for ourselves whether or not it was good. And honestly, I was pleasantly surprised by just about everything in this place. Now, first of all, the aesthetic is great. They have a great dining room area. A lot of this was taken, obviously, when they were not open. But we went during happy hour, which is from 3 to 5 every day. And a lot of the menu items are from $9 to $15. So we ordered several of them thinking that they were going to be kind of smaller portions. And whoa, they were not. Like this burger here was $15. But look at the size of this thing. It was so good. It did not come with any sides, but man, it was a Wagyu burger. The meat was so good. It was just so tender and flavorful. And you just see the juice dripping. Near the Epana Tower hotel elevators, you'll find Kang's Kitchen. This is Korean barbecue. Now, this is an OG. This has been here for a while. They got a lot of different options. This is another place that we have not tried, so we need to add it to our list for next time we visit. Now, coming into the casino area, they redid all the carpet in this whole area here, and you'll see in a little while that it's kind of split in two. So where the Epana Tower is, they redid everything. They've got new slot machines, redid the carpet. You can even see the ceilings are really nice. But if you go over to the Masquerade Tower area, not so much. Plenty of slot machines, plenty of table games, and they even added a new little Kino lounge area near the rewards desk. Now, if you are looking for some drinks, you have several options. You have this little bar that's just part of the casino here. And one of the newer bars that they have is the Lapa Lounge. Now, the Lapa Lounge is just gorgeous. This is right off of the lobby, and I think that they did such a great job in decorating it and keeping with the kind of the Rio theme. You see the monkeys that are hanging from the ceiling there. just adorable. And they do have different specials here, and you see member specials. So get your rewards card so you can get these discounts. Now, we've seen some hotels during renovations take out or really minimize the sports book, but I feel like they didn't do that here. So they have a nice sports book, and there's a bar here that services the sports book. Also, over in the Masquerade Tower, you will find the Masquerade bar, and that's the only bar you're going to find in that area. The Canteen food hall was one of the first things that was renovated here. Now, this takes place of the old buffet. If you guys remember in the 90s, the World Buffet was the buffet to come to. It was so good. But now you have a food hall, and the chicken tenders here are excellent. You will find also a sushi bar, a lot of different food options for everybody's palate. There is a Philly cheesesteak place called Tony Luke's, and you also have a burger joint. There is a burrito joint, and this burrito joint, I believe, is pretty new. I don't remember it from last time. And you also have Shogun Ramen, which I have tried, and it is really good ramen. Now, across from the food hall, you have KJ's Dim Sum and Seafood. We've never tried this place, but I've always wanted to. We have to make it a point to try this out sometime because it looks really good. Now, the all-you-can-eat Indian buffet, the Royal India Bistro, had the pretty elephants outside. It is gone. So it's just empty. It's a shell of itself. So sadly, this place is gone. Also, Voodoo Steaks, it's up on one of the top floors there, kind of close to the Voodoo Bar. That is gone and has been replaced by High Steaks, and it's a James Tree restaurant. We haven't tried it, but I hear great things about this place. So now let's take a look at the Masquerade Tower area. Now, this place is sad. This is phase 2, supposedly. But I don't know if they're going to go on to finish phase 2 because now they're under new ownership. They have new management. So I really hope they do because this really needs it. They turned the whole casino area into their non-smoking casino area. They still have this little, I don't know what you call it, like a showroom, but it's right in the middle of the casino area. And they don't really do much there most of the time. So I don't know what they're going to do with it. But it looks dead. It's empty. It just feels kind of creepy, actually. There are still a few businesses that are open here, like Count's Tattoos. There's this discount store. And then you also have the Kiss Mini Golf. So Kiss World is actually a good place, I think, if you're going to be over in the Masquerade area. It's a good place to check out because you're going to find a lot of Kiss memorabilia, like this car here. It says not to sit on the tongue because probably people do. They have arcade games here, a variety of merch, and then you're also going to find Gene Simmons' Kiss Museum. So you can either just pay for the museum entrance, or you can pay for mini golf, or you can get a combo for just $20. Now, this is the mini golf area, obviously small, but a nice, cute little fun place indoors, so get out of the heat and just play a little bit of mini golf, or you can play some different games. Now, there is a wedding chapel up here, but I never see it open. Also, Smash Burgers up here, great place to get some burgers and fries. And the wine cellar is in the Masquerade Tower area, and this place is actually really cute. Now, I went in here, and this was actually not during their open hours, but I think they had like a paint and sip thing going on in the back room, so it was kind of just open. So I took a peek around, and honestly, it's really cute in here. So if you've ever been to this wine tasting room, let me know. I'm not a big wine drinker, but I might try it out just because it looks adorable. You have several entertainment options here at Rio. The Comedy Cellar has comedy shows twice a night, 7 days a week, so that might be worth checking out. Now remember that there used to be Chippendales, and that was over in the Masquerade Tower. Chippendales has moved on, and now you have The Empire Strips Back. So this is a burlesque parody. You also have Wow, the Spectacular. I've heard it's actually pretty good, and you can a lot of times get free tickets with your rewards card. Now, they also have a venue that has Marriage Can Be Murder, and there's a drag brunch show in here. And of course, Penn and Teller are still playing in Las Vegas, and they are still at the Rio. So if you're looking to catch a magic show, you might want to check out Penn and Teller. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. They actually have a gym here. Now, it's kind of small. Maybe that's why I forgot. There's really not much to speak of. But there is a gym, so if you do want to get a workout in, you do have this available. It's near the pool. So overall, the Rio is definitely half finished. But the good thing is that it's like the one half that is remodeled kind of feels complete. And the other half of the property, well, you just don't even have to deal with it. Just don't even go over there and you don't have to look at it. Now, will I continue to come back to Rio? You bet I will. You can get rooms here super cheap. They're being really generous with their comps. And I can use Hyatt points if I need to, if it's a really crazy expensive weekend. So I'll continue to come back to Rio and check out what they're changing and what they're updating. And we'll report back periodically on what we find. But we'd love to know whether you would stay at Rio. Drop a comment and give us your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in Vegas.